Now, 9 minutes to 2 o'clock. For most people, it's part of everyday life. Scrolling, liking, maybe scrolling, retweeting, then maybe scroll a little more. But how much social media is too much social media? Lily Allen said on the telly yesterday, live, Sunday brunch, that she spends 5 hours a day on Twitter. 5 hours a day on Twitter, and she's got 2 weigh-ins. Anyway, Kevin Curran is Professor of Cybersecurity at the Ulster University. Kevin, good afternoon to you. How much, honestly, would you spend time-wise on social media every day?
I'd say it depends. It depends on what day, what activity I've done, because generally I just repost interviews I've done. I would scroll through media. I do get my news from other sources than Twitter, but I'm about an hour and 90 minutes a day.
I'd say it's more. I bet you it is. If you counted it up, I bet it's more.
You're right. I've forgotten about Instagram. You're right. I'm probably up around the 2.5 to 3 hours a day.
Well, I mean, in this job, my whole team are stuck on it. I mean, with me for 4, 5, 6 hours a day, and then at night, and then you wake up in the middle of the night, and then before you go to bed at night, Kevin, it becomes utterly addictive because, hey, we're so embedded and informed about the world, but there's a line to be crossed here, surely, isn't there?
There is, and we're probably in the category who can use it and claim that it's part of our productivity, because, like I said, we're in the, like a lot of what I do is interviews, so I have to publicise. Well, I want to publicise for the people I do interviews for and for the news outlets. But of course, for those who are not getting any real productivity out of it, you have to question, why are they using it so much? Because really, it's a time killer.
Addictive?
Because of course it is, and everyone's looking for the dopamine effect. That everyone, and only a liar will say that they don't want the likes coming back and looking for validation on there.
Oh, Kev, I love your photograph. Yeah.
Of course, and teens are like that. Last week I had another insight into Instagram. For instance, my son's 14-year-old followed me. I followed him back. I noticed he had 1,400 followers, and he only had 5 posts. So I asked my son Levi, why is that? And he says, but Dad, we delete posts that don't get enough likes. And also we'll delete them because, we change so much so quickly that we actually do delete quite a lot.
Just keep the good stuff up?
They just keep the good stuff up, so they're using it a little different. And they're using
you could say that's smart. I mean, there's academic concern here, Kevin, about addiction. This is Nottingham Trent University. Mark Griffiths has been investigating. He says it can be addictive. Social media addiction comes with all the behavioural signs usually associated with chemical addiction, like mood change, social withdrawal, never going out of the house. That's the life of the gamer, Kevin, and clearly maybe potentially the life of the tweeter, the Facebooker, the person who doesn't leave the house because, hey, the world is on their smartphone.
Yeah, absolutely. We get reward from it. So it is like playing a game, really, posting up something, and then everyone's got an audience in mind, and then just waiting for those likes to come in, and it's just really addictive. And of course, it becomes really the hub of young people's lives, really. You'll never see young people looking around on a bus or at a bus shelter. They're all buried in their social media accounts. And as we say, I read a lovely quote there lately. It says, in the next 10 years, we'll see more adults who know the right emoji for a situation, but not the correct facial expression, because they've lost the skill and the art. Really, when you're a teenager, is how you learn to communicate with other people. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of interactions we have from the young generation who are now becoming young adults.
Kevin, do you think, are we just the generation goof? We're the first generation to have all this stuff. Will we have this sorted in 40, 50 years?
I know, it'll just be
worse.
For definitely, you can't see how could you switch it off? Really, technology always gets better.
All right, Professor Curran, thank you very much indeed. Professor Kevin Curran there from the Ulster University at Magee. Goodness me. Right.